How are you doing today? My name is Lindy Galtz, and I wanted to make a video today to do a Q&A of the day. This is something that I have been trying to get into the habit of doing, but I've been really bad about actually following through with it. So hold me accountable to that. I want to start doing more of these videos where I am answering some of the questions that I get on a regular basis from my clients and from people that I interact with. And if you are somebody who has a question that you would like for me to answer, I would love for you to comment or send me a message to let me know, because the Q&A of the day is something that I want to do on a regular basis. So today, for those of you who don't know me, by the way, my name is Lindy Galtz, and I am an online fitness and nutrition coach with over 10 years of experience in the industry, but I really am passionate about helping women to transform their bodies and lives, and I do that by sharing what I have learned, my own journey, my own experiences, the education I've received, and really just trying to share that stuff with you so that it can help you on your own path with health and fitness. And today, the Q&A of the day that I wanted to answer was, how often should I work out in order to get results? And this is something that is a common question. It's something that I get from clients a lot. It's something that I interact with the members of my studio a lot about. And so here's the thing. Most people think that they need to work out more and harder in order to achieve results. And I was certainly one of those people for a very long time. I believed the saying, you need to eat less and move more, which is true in theory. But let's be honest, that's not very practical advice. It's like saying to somebody, you need to spend less money. Okay, thanks, but that's not really helpful, right? So what I wanted to offer you today was some more tangible tips as far as that goes. And I was talking to a client this week who is getting started in my Real Women, Real Results online program. And we were setting up her schedule for the week as far as what her workouts are going to be. And she told me the days that she could work out, and she said, is it okay for me to double up on some days and skip on other days? And my answer was no, for a variety of reasons, but this really comes out of the mentality that more is always better. And in my opinion, you don't need to be doing multiple workouts in a day unless you're an elite athlete or training for some sort of competitive, event of some sort. And doing more and more and more isn't what's necessarily effective. And so what I wanted to share with you today is some helpful advice about how to really get results from your workouts. And the truth is that it's not necessarily always more that is better. It's not necessarily how often you work out, but it's what you do in those workouts that matter. BJ says 4 to 5 times a week with a full rest day and maybe some active rest days. I agree with you. And what I want to talk about is a little bit more of what you're doing during those workouts, not just how often you're working out. So what you need to focus on in order to get results, especially if weight loss is a goal of yours, which is often the case with a lot of clients of mine, is boosting your metabolism. And a lot of people think that they're not able to do this. They think they're just stuck with having a slow metabolism if they have one. But the truth is that our metabolism fluctuates regularly throughout the day depending on our activities. So how many calories you burn during a workout is important when it comes to getting results, especially if it's weight or fat loss. But how many calories you're burning during the other 23 hours of the day is even more important. And so raising your metabolism a little bit is key to shedding fat. And here's the thing. Our bodies crave normalcy. They crave homeostasis, and that is a state of balance. And when we throw our bodies out of balance a little bit, that's when we're able to boost our metabolism within a workout and even for the hours that are following that workout. So weight loss really happens during the adjustment period. Results really happen during the adjustment period while your body works to get back to feeling comfortable and feeling in that state of balance. So when you do something new, and you do it often enough, then the novelty of that throws your body into, this uncertain state of where you feel a little bit uncomfortable, and your body works to get you back to that comfortable state, and that can lead to results. So what does that mean in terms of your exercise routine and how much you should work out, all that kind of thing? Well, if you have not worked out for a while, if you're somebody who's, just foregone exercise, you've been sedentary, whatever, then really any type of physical activity that is new is probably going to be effective for you. So it almost doesn't matter what you do in those first several weeks as you're first starting out with a new exercise routine. Simply exchanging something for nothing is probably going to help you to get results. And you can start out with 10 minutes a day of activity, whether it's walking or hiking or biking or maybe doing some sort of class or a program or whatever, but it doesn't need to be a ton. And one of the mistakes that a lot of people make, especially if they're coming out of not exercising at all, is that they'll jump into 7 days a week of an hour-long workout at a time, and it's almost too much. You really don't need that much in the beginning. So if you haven't exercised in a while, any type of physical activity that's going to be new is going to throw your body into that state of unbalance, and it's going to work towards getting back to that, which is going to boost your metabolism, which is a good thing. But eventually, of course, the same old thing is not going to cut it anymore. And that's when you have to become a little bit more strategic with your workouts to continue to get results. And this is where people often get tripped up and they think, I need to work out more, I need to work out harder, instead of working out smarter. This is where people hit that point where they're like, I'm not getting results anymore. I want to see better results, faster results. And then they just start pushing themselves harder and harder or doing more workouts. And that's not necessarily the answer. So here are my tips when you get to that point. Strength training trumps cardio when it comes to shedding fat because it causes a more sustained increase in your metabolism. So you've probably heard that before. But if you have a limited amount of time, strength training generally is what should win out because it builds lean muscle and it boosts your metabolism. As you build that lean muscle, it causes your body to, have to work harder to get back to that comfortable state. But an even more effective approach is combining cardio and strength together. So not necessarily doing an hour of cardio where you're at a steady state or an hour of strength training, but doing a little bit of both in the same workout. That's the kind of workout that I focus on the most, especially when I have limited time. It's the workouts that I enjoy teaching the most, and it's what has definitely gotten me personally the best results, speaking from personal experiences. So the takeaway here, if you're not exercising at all, you do not need to start by going 5 days a week for an hour at a time. It isn't necessarily about how much you're working it out. It's about what you're doing. And like I said, just 10 minutes a day to start is going to be enough to throw your body into that, whoa, what's going on here? And it's going to boost your metabolism and you're probably going to get some results from that. If you've been exercising for a while and you aren't getting results, then it's probably time to change up your routine. I mentioned earlier, our bodies like normalcy. But our bodies also adjust to what we're doing. So if you've been doing the same workout routine over and over again for months, years on end, then it's time to change it up, mix it up so that your body has to adjust to that. And again, it has to work towards getting back to homeostasis. So you throw it out of balance. And then lastly, if you are already exercising really hard, really often, and you're struggling to get results, then you might be like me. This is the position I found myself in 5 years ago. I was teaching like 10 classes a week. By the way, don't do that. I was teaching like 10 classes a week and my body was just in a state of like permanent fatigue and I was overtraining. And for you, the change that your body might need to go out of what you're used to is to rest some more, to back off a little bit, to do a little bit less intense workouts, and then to ease back into figuring out what changes your body needs in order to then get to the next level of whatever results it is that you're after. So those are my tips for you today. That's my Q&A for the day in terms of how much you need to work out. I hope that you found this helpful and that it was valuable to you. If it was, feel free to share this video with any of your friends, your network, whatever. If you have questions, I would love for you to post them. I'd be happy to answer them. And you can do that even after the live broadcast is over because I'll still be able to see those. But I would also love to know whatever your questions are for other topics that I could do for Q&A of the day because I like to teach and I like to share with you what I have learned over my years of experience and my own personal journey, my struggles, my successes through my process with health and fitness. So have a great day, you guys. Thanks for watching.